Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer class. Students, today we are going to move further with our discussion. So, we were learning about MS Access and we were learning about different features of MS Access. So, today we are going to learn about how to open, exit, and close a database. So, these are the three things we are going to learn about. Before that, let's do a quick recap of what we have learned till now. So in yesterday's class, students, if you remember, we were discussing about ribbon, we were discussing about the navigation pane, the objects tab, the navigation button, and the status bar. So these were the few things which we learned about MS Access. So today we are going to start with how we are going to open an existing database. Now students, there is a shortcut key to open an existing database, which is Control plus O, the CTRL plus O. That's the shortcut key to open the dialog box. But what if we go by the steps, then first we will be clicking on the File tab, then we click on the Open option, then you would see an open dialog box appears. Now in that dialog box, you will have to make a selection of the file which you want to open, and you can click on open button. The moment you click on the open button, you would see the application, the file which you want to open opens up in the Microsoft Access application. Students, this is very similar to the documents which we open in MS Word, Excel and PowerPoint and any other application. Exactly the same way we can open the application. But one thing we need to remember is that when we are opening Microsoft Access, for example, I have opened Microsoft Access application and I want to open a file of Microsoft Access. If I by mistake also click on Excel or Word or PowerPoint, please note your file will not open. I repeat, your file will not open. That is because of the simple reason that you need to first open the application which you want to open and then open the file which is related to that, right? So we'll move to the next point, which is closing a database. Now students, you would have seen most of us just go ahead and blindly click on the cross button and close the application. That is not the right way of closing an application. There are certain steps to close an application. The same thing goes here. Now, initially, it wouldn't matter if you close it just by clicking on the close button, but when you are working on too much of data, for example, you are almost handling or working on a warehouse of data, then this closing concept becomes important, because if you randomly go ahead and close the application, there are high chances that you might lose some changes, or you might end up corrupting the data, or you might end up putting a technical problem in MS Access. So a technical expert who works on a database generally follow these steps. Now for closing an option, so first we click on the File button, and File button you would see is mentioned in the top tab as we discussed here. Then select on the Close Database option. Then you will get a option where database will ask you whether you want to make changes or no, yes or no, and cancel. So if you want to click on yes, if the changes are, then the changes will get saved and it will get closed. If you click on no, it will discard all the changes and it will close. And at last, if you click on cancel, it will not make any changes to the file. So now next comes is exiting a database. Now how am I going to exit a complete database? Now students, here earlier what in simple words we were closing was the file, but here we are closing the complete Microsoft Access application. Now what are the steps? Steps are very simple. Click on File, Close Database, then you get three options: yes, no and cancel button. Click on any one of them and the application will get closed. So students, we are going to watch a video here which will give us a brief idea about how these applications options are managed. So let's watch the video.
Comp.com/free. To reopen a database that you have already created and saved, first launch Access. In the listing of the side of the initial window that appears, you can simply click on the name of a recently opened database that you wish to reopen. Now, if you want to open a database that does not appear in this list, you can instead click either the File tab in the ribbon if using Access 2010, or click the Microsoft Office button if using Access 2007. You can then click the Open command that appears. Doing that will launch the Open dialog box. Here you navigate to the folder that contains the database file you wish to open. When you see the database file that you want to open listed in the main window, you can click on it to select it. Then click the Open button in the lower right corner of the Open dialog box to open that database. Now, if you wish to close a database file, you can simply click either the File tab in the ribbon if using Access 2010, or click the Microsoft Office button if using Access 2007, and then select the Close Database command. If you want to close Access entirely, you can click the X in the upper right corner of the application window, or click either the File tab in the ribbon if using Access 2010, or click the Microsoft Office button if using Access 2007, and then select the Exit button.
So students, you can see how this video applications were managed, but there are a lot of different ways in which you can open and close database also. There are a lot of shortcut keys, and plus there are a lot of other ways also, but we will only work on the basic which the Microsoft Access recommends for every user to know it. So we are going to work and learn about that. So students, this brings us to the end of the class today. So what is our homework? We are left with the last question, which is state the difference between form and a report. So you're going to draw a format of form and draw a format of report and differentiate between them. 2 to 3 points should be sufficient. Next question would be name the main objects in MS Access. This is your extra question. Here I'm not looking for any explanation. You just have to go ahead and name the 4 main objects. If you want to write one line or explain about it, you are most welcome to do that. So students, if you have any doubts or any questions related to today's topic, you can reach me through the comment section. So thank you students. Thank you for your time.